Hello, my friends, and welcome back to another installment of the Weekend Update. I am Marissa, your hostess for this program, and today we have a little bit of a later update. But you know what? That's okay, because what I was going to say yesterday is the exact same thing I'm going to say today. So, better late than never. If you're new here, this is my weekly series where I dive into what I have been up to in the past week in terms of reading and what I'm looking forward to in the following week. So let's dive into the weekend update. First things first, completed books. And this week I completed Deep Cuts by Holly Brickley. I ended up rating this one 3.5 stars. This was not my usual genre that I would kind of tend to gravitate towards. I really enjoyed this book. This to me was giving kind of similar vibes to The Favorites by Lane Fargo. It follows two, I would say, very toxic people in this like weird codependent music writing relationship over the course of I think 8 years. I will say, I think that this book, more than anything, was a love letter to music and the author's love for music. Now, I am someone who likes music kind of more, I guess, passively. I enjoy listening to music. I feel like it can really connect with me and I can really connect with it, but I don't spend a lot of time analyzing it or thinking too deeply about why certain things impact me. And our main character Percy is a that's her life, is just thinking critically about music. And so in some of the conversations about that, I kind of felt a little bit lost and I couldn't really connect. Also, the characters are not excellent people and I don't think they're meant to be likable people necessarily, but they are interesting characters. I will say, because this book takes place from the year 2000 to the year 2008, which I was born in 1995. And so I remember a lot of the things that were being talked about in the book, which is very interesting, like 9/11 and a lot of the different like songs and the eras and all of that coming out. And so it was really nostalgic for me. It made me kind of wish that we were back in those simpler times where like Facebook was brand new and people were communicating on MySpace. And I mean, I wasn't allowed to have a MySpace, but I did have a Facebook in 2008. It was an interesting book. I enjoyed it. And I do think that I will probably want to look into more literary fiction in the future. So, in terms of what I'm currently reading, I am about 35% of the way through the Rom-Commers by Katherine. I am enjoying this one so far. I have read The Love Haters by Katherine, and I enjoyed that one as well. I will say I'm a little bit irritated because my main gripe in The Love Haters was that the plot was kind of carried on deception and dishonesty. And that's something that I thought was a very like frustrating and weak way to push the plot forward. And unfortunately, the plot in this one was pushed forward by deception and dishonesty. So, two for two. And the mailman character Charlie, I like him, but he also is very dismissive to me sometimes, and it's really grating on me. However, there is a lot of emotional depth in this book with our female main character Emma taking care of her father, who is paralyzed after an accident and dealing with the anxiety that comes from being a full time caregiver and a surrogate mother to her younger sister. And Charlie has a lot of depth as well, but he masks it, which is kind of annoying considering I think he's supposed to be 35 years old. We will see what I think. I am enjoying it. I'm not disliking it. Those are just my thoughts right off the gate. And I'm like, is that a common plot point for Katherine Center? Is that the plot is moved along by deception? Because I'm not really vibing with that. And in terms of what I'm going to be reading next, I'm going to be reading The Book of Lost Hours by Haley Gelfuso. This is one that has been on my next for a number of weeks. And honestly, I feel like it's been kind of intimidating to me, and I truly don't know why. But there's just something about it that every time I start to reach for it, I almost get nervous and go to something else. I don't know. I think maybe because it's not my usual genre that I would grab, and so I'm feeling a little bit intimidated, but maybe that is just a sign that I'm really going to like it. And I was just saying that I needed to get out of my bubble of what I'm reading. So I'm looking forward to getting into this one in the next couple days. If you have read it, let me know what you think. And if you know my taste, let me know if you think I would like it. So that's what I've been up to. What have you guys been up to? I want to know what books you've been reading and enjoying over the past week, what books you maybe haven't enjoyed so much over the past week, and what you're going to be looking forward to in the next week. I will be back with you guys same time, same-ish time, same place. I'll talk to you later.